Welcome, Astro Reiki. Okay, this is a wild one because we're still in the throes of the eclipse. Okay, so this Aries energy is like, you're gonna hear me, girl, but we're gonna tap in to this Taurus season that is approaching. It will be here tomorrow, 420. Okay, how appropriate. We're going to celebrate the earth. We're going to celebrate the plants of the earth. And we're going to celebrate this fixed earth sign as Taurus comes in. And it's always a great time with Taurus energy because we come off this energetic, high frequency energy of Aries into this fixed, grounded, slow, pleasurable energy of Taurus, which I love. Okay. I am biased. I am a Taurus moon. I love Taurus energy. It is one of my favorites. And so, as we tie this into the new moon we just had, let things settle. Let everything settle down. We are not in a rush to achieve. We are not in a rush to experience our manifestations. We are not in a rush to grow. Okay. And that is what we have to remember as we're getting into this new season. It's okay for us to take a pause. Once spring comes in, it's like it's springtime. It's yay, things are blooming. I want to be outside. I'm going to be having fun. And that's going to continue because we love the pleasures of Taurus season, but it can continue on a more chill level. It's not about where we're going, it's about where we are, right? It's very present energy. So let's get into that. The bull is the symbol of Taurus, which is so interesting, right? You think of a bull and you think of this like big, burly, animal that's just like taking over. But when I was younger, my friend, Megan Arisman, I remember vividly, she had buffalo, which aren't the same as bull, but they're that same like sizing, right? And it was so weird. I live in the country. She had buffalo. And I just remember when we go to her house, she would have these big fucking buffaloes in her fenced in backyard. And they took up so much space, yet they were so chill, right? They're there, but they're like, if you don't bother me, we don't have a problem. And that's kind of that bull energy of Taurus. Taurus will get things done. Taurus will make a way. But it's also like, if you don't get in my way, I won't get in your way. And so going off of that Aries new moon, staying in our lane is what Taurus season feels like for me. Staying where we are, not worrying about what other people are doing, and not taking other people into consideration. We're still in that Aries energy of like self, but we're saying like, okay, what do I value? What do I care about? What makes me feel good? What brings me pleasure? What brings me this experience of life? I feel like Taurus energy is very much the experiential zodiac sign. You're in it. You're in life. You're living life. You're eating good food. You're having good drinks. You're enjoying socializing with people. You're not looking at your watch. You're there, right? And so knowing that like where you are this season, being mindful of that. Where's your energy being spent? Who are you spending your energy with? Does it align with this new chapter that you stepped into? Does it nourish that new chapter? Does it feel good? Earth energy is very tangible. So does it feel good to your senses? That's something to really keep in mind in this Taurus season. Because if something doesn't feel good to your senses, then it's really not in alignment, not only with your soul, but it's not in alignment with your humanness, and earth energy allows us to tap back into our human energy and the body that we're in, and the body that we're in, love it or not love it, it kind of helps reflect the world that we are existing in. And so as we grow, as we evolve in our soul space, which is very much Taurus, Taurus is very soul, oriented. It's got that opposite Scorpio energy. So it's deep, it's real, but it's the manifestation of that in the physical. So if you're in a space and it's like, this isn't jiving with me, I don't feel comfortable here, I don't feel welcomed here, I don't feel loved here, then take that in consideration as like as feedback from the universe. This isn't a space for you, and be okay with that. Because the other thing about Taurus energy being a fixed sign, it's not looking for approval. It's not looking for a green light. It's saying, this is where I'm at. So be okay with, like, if you like think of the concept of being fixed somewhere, if you're fixed in a space and it feels good, we love to see it. We're here. If you're in a space and it doesn't feel good, I'm removing myself because I don't want to sit in that energy. This is kind of what it feels like to me, especially after us getting off of this new moon, Aries season, where we're saying, who am I? What do I like? What is important to me? What is in alignment with myself? And Taurus is like putting that into spaces, into real life. So that may shift, right? That may change. I don't want to be around these people anymore. I don't want to be in this space anymore. If I'm there, I'm going to be there for 2 seconds and then I'm out of there. It's very much so to me, what I'm feeling with this is very your environment, and that means physical environment, emotional environment, spiritual environment, energetic environment, really tapping in, really being conscious of where you are, who you're with, and all of that for this season. Because with it being a feminine energy, you are feeling everything. We're just receptive. We're sensitive to our environment. And trust that. Trust your intuition during this Taurus season. Trust that feeling where it's like, I'm getting a weird vibe. And instead of saying like, oh, I'm overthinking, no. If you're feeling weird, if you're feeling a weird vibe, maybe you're getting a weird vibe. And so act accordingly from that. Because I feel like Taurus season comes around to like remind us how much of our bodies are a receptor to energy. And it reminds us that, yes, we're a soul having a human experience. Literally, that is Taurus energy to me. Because it's the embodiment of our soul. We are earthly, we're in earth right now. And so we are feeling the vibrations, we're feeling the energy. So being really aware of that, being really sensitive to that, and not questioning that during the season. I think that helps us because as we grow and evolve into different versions of ourselves, our body, I feel, is going to be the first kind of sign or the first kind of, like I'm thinking of like when you go like detector, that's the word I'm looking for. The first detector of like, this resonates, this doesn't resonate. It reminds me like going to the airport or to like a security thing, you're getting scanned. Feel like we're scanning spaces in Taurus season. We're scanning energy. Being ruled by Venus, Venus is a very intimate sign. Intimate energy doesn't let everybody in. It doesn't let yourself be in every space. It's mindful of the time spent in spaces, the people we spend time with, where we open our heart to, where we open our wallet to, right? And realizing again, for the same thing, you know, I think a lot of times now in this world that we're in, we'll manage our like support versus where we spend our money, right? And that's a strong indicator of like where we want to share energy. Well, this company or this whatever entity, they have these values, right? Taurus rules values. The second house is ruled by Taurus, which is the house of value. So when we're in these like social uprising and social recalibration, and we say, you know what, they don't match our values, so we're going to take our money out of this company. That's Taurus saying this energy in this environment doesn't match anymore. So I'm not putting my soul into this. I'm not putting my time into this. And that's, I think, a really big thing for us. It's hard to make that shift, Taurus, fixed. It's hard to change. It's hard to pull your dollars out of something or say, you know what, I'm not going to go to this party anymore. I'm not going to talk to these people anymore. But in order for us to evolve and get to that next level, we have to allow ourselves to really evaluate what we value, what we care about. And sometimes it doesn't compute with our truth. Taurus rules the throat chakra. Our throat chakra is our truth, how we show up. Our personal power resides in our throat chakra. When we are out of alignment with our truth, we are diminishing our power. So Taurus season is saying, where are you putting your time? Where are you investing your energy? If you're not investing your energy and time into things that you care about that are in alignment with who you really are, your authenticity, you're going to feel empty. You're going to feel like you're betraying yourself. That's going to create this sense of judgment or this sense, because Taurus energy can be, you know, Virgo, yeah, they get the judgmental card, but Taurus is also very discerning. It says, I don't like that. That doesn't fit my caliber of being. Because Taurus is also associated with luxury, right? And so when we think of being luxurious, we're thinking of the best, the most high quality. And so if something does not fit in that, that's your truth coming through. You know what? That's not the quality that I'm looking for. And it doesn't have to be a money sign. It's about the energy, the quality of energy. Crazy spirits like coming through real strong.
Like this Taurus moon is on it. I'm gonna give her flowers. She can have all this. It is coming through. Oh,
woo, it is.
Keep going. I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch the replay on this one for real. I was like, too many gems and nuggets, and I was like, wait, my brain can't compute.
It's coming through. Appreciate it. Thank you, Spirit.
Keep going.
And you know, a lot of that I think has to do with like the mantra that comes with Taurus is about I have. And when you have something, you're not questioning it. It is, you have it. And so Taurus is saying your soul already knows who you are and what you have. And it's connecting to that and bringing that into the physical, into your everyday. And that's why I already have everything that I need within me. We say that all the time. That is the truth. That is Taurus energy manifested. I already have it. My soul already knows. Bringing me to the Hierophant, which is the card of Taurus energy. The Hierophant is the spiritual announcer, leader, orator. I'm telling you messages straight from source through spirit, like through me. Okay. The
I
old,
wasn't ready. I was not ready for all this stuff. Keep going, my bad. I'm like, it's
I
coming
wasn't
too
either. I
fast.
wasn't
My
either.
Aries energy right there. I'm like, I wasn't ready. I'm like, it's coming too fast. Okay, Hierophant.
So the Hierophant in old tarot is called the Pope. The Pope is the counter partner of the High Priestess. The Pope, although it is a masculine figure in Taurus's feminine energy, what it is doing is being an open channel to source. So it is still receptive, it is still receiving. But as we know, we live in this patriarch. A masculine figure has more power in expressing that energy, expressing that message. So the Hierophant being the divine masculine counterpart of the High Priestess makes sense in how our world operates, unfortunately. But so that I'm going to bring clarity there to why is this masculine energy a feminine sign, right? It's because we need people to hear the message. Still to this day, when we think of a pastor or a priest or a rabbi, whoever, and these spiritual leaders, our mind immediately goes to a man, whether you think it to or not, that's where it goes. So it's up to us to deconstruct that Hierophant identity as masculine and shift it into a receptor. Like that's all it is. You're just you're someone receiving energy. You're receiving the message of spirit. So you can bring it to the earthly realm. That channel needs grounding. That channel of energy needs grounding. Right now, I'm channeling energy. I'm the Hierophant. Fuck the masculine, whatever. When that energy comes through, Keisha's the Hierophant, right? That energy is divine wisdom. It's speaking through us. It is beyond our consciousness. And so that's why Taurus energy is so powerful. That's why it's so potent, because it is spirit's channeler. And that's why it's fixed energy, because it brings it down and it sits it in our soul, in our being. We can't deny it. That's why it comes after this Aries energy that gives us our direction. Taurus plants it. It sits it down. It says, okay, this is the direction you're going in. This is what you need to do in order to manifest this in reality. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes focus. Taurus are determined. They're the bull, like we were saying earlier. A bull, if a bull wants to go somewhere, it's going there. It doesn't matter what's in the way. So that is what it's steadfast. It's strength. It's so much power. I fucking love Taurus energy. Like I can't even get enough. Like I'm loving all of this. So, woo. All I wrote down were all those things that we just chatted about. I'm gonna pull tarot, and then where we're gonna be.
Right. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna follow that. But you know what? I ain't even gonna talk. We're just gonna get into Reiki. But
Woo! I mean,
right. If any of you have just joined this on the live, I will just say watch the replay, maybe even twice, because there was definitely with this lovely Taurus moon here that we had in this Sydney. There was definitely some gems that and some nuggets and diamonds in there to process and integrate. Yeah, just Yami, just watch it again, because I'm gonna have to watch it again. It was that was just embodiment right there. That was actually embodiment right there. She literally was the Hierophant while channeling and being present in this. So
Bless. Man, that really, yeah. Fuck yeah.
right, everybody just take a breath. Just take a breath. Everybody just
Take a breath. Okay. We're going to get the light seer, right? Because we're seeing the light. We're seeing where we're going. That's a collective message for Taurus season spirit. Crazy. Weird. So we have 3 messages. The first is what I always deem, it's our bottom of our deck energy. I always deem this Taurus energy. It is technically, a lot of people say this is Virgo energy, but I think of the 9 of Pentacles as Taurus energy. Why? Because in the 9 of Pentacles, this is a card of abundance. Taurus is directly connected to having, like we said. And when you get to this point of the 9 of Pentacles, you have everything that you need in order for you to experience the life of your desires, of your manifestations. This is a card, if you like extrapolate the very basic meaning, travel, luxury, food, just having money. Like, this is what this card is. This is having everything that you need, not needing, wanting for anything. And so this being the base energy makes perfect sense. 9s are also about cycles. So as we are ending the cycle of Aries season, we're now walking into this abundant new season it's like, I got so funny. I know a few people on here, probably everybody. No, Deontay, I just heard like, I got money now. It's not just like money. I have value now. I have worth now. I have meaning now. It's like I have all that I need in my soul in order for me to experience the earthly things that I'm desiring. And that brings us to the 3 of Wands, about our future, where we're going, where we're headed. It's like Taurus season is getting all of our needs together, getting really clear about where we're putting our energy. Therefore, when we step into that future, we're not misstepping. We're not out of alignment. We're not having to backtrack. The 3 of Wands comes after the 2 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands is all about planning. When you get to the 3 of Wands, you already know where you're going. So it's just a matter of making it happen, Captain. Right? She just has to get in the water. This isn't some novice surfer. She knows how to surf. She just needs to go and get in the water and do her thing. But it's all the time that it took to plan and to practice and to get to this point where she feels confident to get in the water. And that's what this season is bringing us. The confidence to say, this is what I value. This is what I care about. This is the life that I want for myself. I put all of this hard work, 8 of Pentacles, into this. 8 of Pentacles, this is not playing games. Ain't no playing. GA, that's what the also song just came through, Pastor Troy. Okay. This is just about you have everything that you need. This is not about looking outside yourself this season. It's about pulling from yourself, pulling from you, pulling from your soul, and bringing that into this realm that we're in. So this season, we are abundant. We have everything that we need. We're ready to go, but we can also take our time, because what we're going towards and what we're bringing in is going to last. This isn't frivolous. This isn't like, oh, maybe this will be what we want. No. We know what we want. That's what that Aries new moon just told us. We know what we want. We know who we are. So now it's time to go and make those investments and take our time and be mindful of our energy expense while we go and get it. And
Sydney drops mic. That was basically what happened. Sydney was just like, and we're done. Yeah. We're just, I think we're just gonna get into Reiki on that one. I'm really just gonna say, because I have things. I'll keep it brief. But I'm just like, I got hit with so much in that. I feel like I need to integrate and to process. What I really like is moving from Aries energy, which is about the head and the mind, like Sydney was saying, and in the Taurus energy, which is about the body and soul. So now we have, like, to me, Aries is very also passionate. Taurus is very sensual. So to me, it's kind of like moving from the head space and the heart space to the body and the soul space, right? That's that embodiment. That's why I was like, she's got a Taurus moon. She is literally the embodiment of this. But to be a little nerdy, okay, this is actually very cool because well, I think so, but I think this part's cool. But the way the Aries energy of the head and the mind and the eyes, what we see, the direction and where we're going, the direction of how your eyes are on the horizon is what helps your body to stay aligned. Okay, we're gonna little neuromuscular therapy here. So if your eyes are not aligned, your body's not in alignment. Right. And Aries, we come out this season of being able to not just know and to hear and to smell and to see and to taste and all these senses, right? That's what tuition is extra sensory perception, that's ESP. And so with all this activated, like, how do we embody that? How do we make it a somatic experience? How do we like really bring that into the body through the central nervous system? Go figure. So we have the brain, the mind, all this energy in here, all these senses that are right here. And we learn to actually bring them down and slow them down throughout the body. But there's still a rhythm, there's still a flow. It's your blood and your circulation and your heartbeat and your breathing. This is bringing it all into your peripheral nervous system, which goes out to your extremities that help you to what? Touch and to feel and to really like embody and be present, right? Because now you're in your body, the most sensories you have are in your hands and in your feet. Right? So when this energy of Aries in the headspace comes down through our throats and how we want to express ourselves and what we know, what we feel, and we begin to allow this to just move through us as a sensory experience and really embody it. So it's like energy in motion through the body, embody, okay? Embodiment. And to me, embodiment is just a moment where you are very present of the energy that is in motion moving through the body. This is what we call interoception earlier. A lot of people talk about meditation, getting in your body. The scientific term for that, the medical term is called interoception. Okay. Proprioception is where we are outside of here in time and space. A lot of times we're in our head space when we're perceiving all this, taking things in, guess what? Through our eyes, we're processing. But then it has a somatic experience and we start to take that in and like, oh, and this is how, like our book club, the body remembers, the body keeps score. Okay. Everything you're taking in, now you've become this embodiment of it. And so I think it's really cool because as we start to shift our mindset, not only does that shift the way we see things and see ourselves, it also causes a physiological effect happening through the body. And now the body starts to match that energy, match that vibe. It starts to upgrade itself, right? And when you learn to value this system, this interaction between the mind, the heart, the body, and the soul, and learn to find balance, right? That's the other side of that Venus energy that Taurus supports. But we learn to find that balance. Now we feel more balanced within ourselves. We feel harmonious within ourselves. And we can move from that space of not only do I know mentally, but I also can feel emotionally, and I can feel physically and have those things physically, but also on a soul level, I know and have this as well, right? So that's how we enter into expansion and abundance. And from there, we're able to give out this energy, this vibration, right? We're talking about this energy emotion that moves through us. It's not just physically through our circulation of blood and lymph and through our breath, but it's also through the energy, because we have these energy centers that we embody. So now, while we have these chakras that are calibrating to maybe a upgrade or a better level, a higher level of being, right? Being present, being in the body. Now this electromagnetic frequency is also helping us to draw in what we desire, and it makes us being able to have things easier. That's why they tell you, like, don't just think about what you want, feel it. And that's why, okay? Like, if no one's ever told you how that works, that is your definition, scientifically, physiologically, of how it works. Your mind starts to think things. There, it creates, if it's something that you haven't experienced before, then you have your frontal cortex, your limbic brain, your primal brain, all trying to configure something new. Because of that neurological communication between the nerve cells creates energy. It's called ATP. So when that energy starts to be emitted throughout the body, this frequency starts to be, this communication starts to happen throughout the body, throughout the nervous system. Now your whole energy language, the way you communicate your energy and express yourself, is different. That is that electromagnetic frequency, and that's how you match the vibe and be able to actually have what it is that you want, because you actually physically embodied it. Okay. I guess that's where my strengths are. That's where I come in. Clearly, I make the spiritual tangible. Like, hey, we're going in that very Taurus.
Okay, Taurus, right?
I got a little Taurus in me too. Literally, I had one, and he's 21 years old now. Still, outside of that, I do like, that's why they tell you when you're doing meditation, like, slow down, breathe, like, take your time with things, trust in divine timing, because it is literally that transitional space of being a spiritual being in human form. That is Aries to Taurus axis, that communication right there. And so I love that energy, because it helps you to embody the sovereign being that you are, the divine being that you are. And then it's in Gemini where we get confused. No offense, y'all. It's in Gemini season we start to, well, are we here, we there. Now we start to compute things from a fourth dimensional perspective, because we're about duality. And then we get confused, and then we get into Cancer season. We want to embody something again, but then we got emotional about it, and emotional energy, emotion too, okay. And then we get, the ego gets involved. We get in Leo season. We're like, Virgo's like, oh shit, did I do something stupid? So we analyze it again. Libra's like, well, it's okay. They be all right, y'all. Bring a little balance. Scorpion's like, nah, that was fucked up. And Sagittarius like, fuck it. Capricorn's like, okay, y'all are misbehaving. And Aquarius is like, you know what, but it's all for the better good. Pisces is like, can we just have a hug? And here we are.
Yes, that was so good.
Season all over again. Let me fuck some shit up just to see how much compassion and love is out there really for me. Let me go through this whole cycle again, just because, That's the astrology in a brief little nugget. But because of that, I'm just going to use the rest of the notes here. We're just going to go into Reiki and just go with the flow. But the song that I heard when you were talking real quick is Ain't No Half Stepping. That's probably me showing my age a little bit in case y'all ain't know. But so yes, so that yeah, I guess that's all I got here. That's all she wrote. The energy right now is this focusing on the support that you receive versus the support that you give. And in Ayurveda right now is a season of connecting back to the earth and the element of water. So it's kind of like Aries brings that sun, that heat, that fire, and it starts to melt the winter coldness, right? The dull stuff, and you can now actually allow that cold rigidity to sort of melt, right, and nurture that fertile soil for new growth. And as things start to grow, in traditional Chinese medicine, this is the season of the wood, of the element of wood. So here we are, we're really standing firm, standing strong. But to me, this is all still at the end of the day very like Taurus energy. You know, it's like even from something that's a completely different, not completely different practice, but just a different way of looking at nature, it's still coming from Aries, a Taurus season. We still have this heat, this fire, the sun, this warmth, melting the coldness, the rigidity, the ice of winter that nourishes the soil. You know what I mean? Now here we are shifting in the Taurus season, the soil that brings us fertility and creativity and growth. And well, you know what? Might as well stand mighty like the mighty oak tree, firmly rooted, but also reaching towards the heavens once again, above and below the spiritual and the physical. Here we are. Take a moment, and before you actually close your eyes, just take in your physical surroundings. What do you see to the left? Taking a breather there as you look to the left. How does the left make you feel? Switching your vision, your sight to the right. What do you see there? What do you notice there? How does that make you feel? The next breath, looking in front of you. Maybe you're looking at the camera. Maybe you're looking at all the things around in your peripheral. And on your next breath, looking upwards. What do you see above? Seeing all that exists above you in this moment. Taking a deep breath and bringing your sight downwards and just seeing what you notice beneath you. And then when you're ready, allow your head to be centered, chin parallel to the floor. That feels comfortable for you. Gently closing the eyes, allowing your shoulders. Just relax. Taking this moment to just breathe. Slow down a bit. Giving yourself permission to just relax. Be here in the moment, as present as you can in this moment, observing, noticing, just existing and just being here now. So you take your time, just observe where you are in your thoughts. Are they here? Are they there? A little bit of everywhere. Just allow the breath to assist you in ushering in your thoughts, your focus to what this moment offers you. the value of this moment. Allowing yourself to receive all its worth. Allowing the energy of Reiki to serve you, to bring a greater sense, a grounded sense, purpose in your life. Perhaps asking yourself, asking Spirit, how am I of service in this world? How am I of purpose? What would it take to easily serve my purpose? What would it take for me to be more centered in who I am, to prosper being who I am? For I am that. Because I am that. I have that. I am. I am worthy. It feels good to my body. Maybe you bring one hand to the heart space, a hand to the belly, or wherever feels good for you. Maybe it's your shoulders, or you bring your hands to your forehead or your thighs. But allow this to be a sensory experience as you affirm, I am that I am. I have that. I am. Allow it to feel pleasurable. Allow your soul, your spirit to guide you. This is what we call in Tantra a pleasure practice. Rewiring our nervous system, recircuiting our thoughts, our brains, and allowing ourselves to think positively and have it to feel good so that we can embody this, so that we can align our nervous system and our bodies, minds, hearts, to knowing what feels good. Our body becoming an instrument of divination. Truly indulging in that experience of being spirit, sovereign soul, having a human experience. Allow your body just to feel it out. Feeling this integration. Feeling what feels good. Feeling pleasure. Feeling yourself connecting, using your intuition, allowing your hands to move where they may over this beautiful physical expression. The earth below, spirit above, the embodiment of both. And just taking a deep breath, taking in this moment. You feel. How do you think you should feel? How do you truly feel? How does your body brings you pleasure? What are the things that you know feel good to you? Take your time. In contemplation, no rush. What are the things that you know that resonate as truth and feel good to you? What are some of the things that you see that bring you pleasure? What do you enjoy looking at? The things that may cross your mind, the aesthetics, beauty. What are the things that bring you joy as you visualize yourself experiencing? What sounds bring you joy, happiness? What are the compliments you like to hear about yourself? Just sit in that for a moment, that feeling, the compliments you hear. Allow yourself to really receive them, value of those words, the recognition of your worth, your acknowledgement, your beauty, your kindness, your creativity, your diligence, your hard work, whatever it is. Allow those compliments just become your truth. Energy and motion through your body. Allow those compliments to move through you, softening any resistance to receiving. Just breathe. Relax. All is one. And what are some of the smells that you enjoy? Fragrances, foods, the scent of a lover, your skin, the smell of earth, fresh spring morning, fresh dew, the smell of a flower, maybe a rose, smell of a loved one, here or on the other side in spirit. Allow yourself to awaken your senses. Truly indulge the value of this moment. And all it's worth. Allow yourself to receive. What flavors and tastes bring pleasure, desire to the tongue? Maybe it's the sweetness, your favorite fruit, the sweetness of your lover. Maybe it's the taste, the love of your favorite dish, prepared by you or a loved one. Notice how good it feels. Just for this moment, allowing yourself to indulge in these things. Have had those experiences, pleasure. Allow yourself just be gratitude. Noticing that through the senses, you experience so much. You could always focus on other things. But see if from this moment forward, you can keep yourself fixated on the things that truly bring you pleasure, the things that you know, things that you see, things that you hear, things that you taste. What are the things, fragrances, bring joy and pleasure to you? It's as if you allowing yourself to drink the nectar of the gods, allowing that to flow not only through your lips and over the tongue, down your throat, and into the belly. Notice how it makes you feel this moment to just be sensual. Notice the clothes, your skin, the jewelry that you're adorned in, the way you have your hair fixed in this moment. Just notice it, no judgment. Allow yourself just to feel and to sense. Does your shirt feel comfortable? Pants feel comfortable? How does your body feel in these clothes, these adornments, this jewelry that you may be wearing? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Is there another layer of clothing? Another layer of clothing beneath or on top? How does your body feel? The clothes that it has been draped in this moment. What could be looser? What could be lighter? What could be freer? How do your undergarments feel on your body? How does your skin feel? The interaction, the contact between your skin and the fibers of clothing, jewelry, perfume, scent of your body. Take it all in. Take all of yourself, all of your senses, taking all of yourself in, noticing, just breathing and just being. And whatever your desires are for this season, that which you give value to, that which you are worthy of, no condition, no questions asked. Worthy and deserving, just because. I am that. I am. Because I am. I have that. I am. Taking a nice slow smooth steady deep breath, smoothing it all out. Slowly, ever so gently, bringing movement to the physical body, the toes, fingertips, one at a time. Rubbing the thighs, hips, rubbing the low belly, up into the upper belly, moving over the ribs, heart space, allowing one arm just glide over the other. Taking a deep breath once again, coming up into the throat, caressing the neck and the face, crown of your head, just caressing yourself from head to toe. When you're ready, gently opening the eyes. Coming out your Reiki session.
I'm going to stop the recording because I'm definitely sharing this to hopefully bring people into our Patreon. This was amazing. This is beautiful from start to finish. So blessings. Join us over here on our Patreon.com/ArcanaATL.